Galnet News Digest, 8th of January 3305. We read the news so you don't have to. In this week's news, Lightfingered Thieves steal light sculpture. Imperial forces set to quash rebellion. Vitadyne admits Nanomeds are Utopian. Bug warning for Beagle point botherers. Lightfingered Thieves steal light sculpture. New Year celebrations turned into a colossal embarrassment for the Federation this year, after the theft of a colossal hollow sculpture. And the thieves pulled off a dramatic coup de théâtre. As part of the New Year celebration in the Federal capital on Mars, a huge holographic sculpture based on the Federal insignia was supposed to light up the sky for hundreds of miles around. When the switch was thrown at midnight, the millions of excited revellers were instead treated to a gigantic holographic Cheshire cat winking at them. The code for the original sculpture was later found to have been removed, and the incident is being treated as theft. Over the past year, the Winking Cat crew have stolen artworks in Alliance, Empire, and now Federal territories, suggesting a possible political motivation. On each occasion, a winking cat was left as a cheeky signature by the thieves. Just like Interpol and the Imperial Internal Security Service, the Federal Security Service has no leads. It just has a gigantic winking cat. Imperial forces set to quash rebellion. Admiral and Senator Denton Petraeus has thrown down an ultimatum to Nova Imperium as its fleet masses in Paresa. The group plans to overthrow Emperor Arissa Lavigne Duval, replacing her with recently discovered pretender to the throne Hadrian Duval. And then it plans to follow an isolationist path, cutting off links with the Federation and Alliance, and fighting off the Thargoid threat alone. Petraeus has ordered the Nova Imperium fleet, which is seen to have widespread popular support, to disperse. If it does not, it seems likely that Imperial forces loyal to the Emperor will launch an attack, something that may be perceived as a massacre of Imperial civilians. This instability in the Empire is causing concern in both Federal and Alliance circles. The Federal Navy is believed to be conducting exercises close to Imperial space. Vitadyne admits Nanomeds are Utopian. Professor Catrion Rook has denied that Vitadyne Labs stole Utopian intellectual property, but has admitted that Utopian nanomeds were the inspiration behind Vitadyne's own range of medicines. Professor Rook's explanation is that she was approached by pilots who had plundered a wrecked Utopian transport ship. The cargo they sold her allowed her to reverse engineer nanomeds, but a completely different set of technologists were then able to recreate the concept in a clean room, meaning that the Vitadyne version of nanomeds, while Utopian inspired, are actually completely different, while working in exactly the same way. Professor Rook has offered to return the cargo of the crash transport to Pranav Antal, but says that Vitadyne will continue to manufacture the wonder drug in its own facilities. Antal has since demanded the return to Utopia of all derivative medicines, saying that he is unwilling for anyone outside of Utopia to benefit from Utopian technology. A slightly stunned Interstellar Health Organization has said it will review the situation. Bug warning for Beagle point botherers. At least 7,000 commanders are due to set off on the largest single expedition of modern times on Sunday. Distant Worlds 2 aims to recreate the successes of the Distant Stars and Distant Worlds expeditions. It will track slowly across the plane of the galaxy, leaving plenty of time for exploration and discovery, travelling to and beyond Beagle Point, on the far side of the galaxy, and aiming to return to the bubble in October, a round trip of over 200,000 light-years. One of the goals of the expedition will be to mine and refine enough raw materials to establish a research base close to Sagittarius A star, in the very heart of the Milky Way galaxy. There are some concerns that the Pilots Federation may try to assist the expedition. Based on previous experience, help from the Pilots Federation would probably consist of permit-locking Beagle Point at the last minute, and encouraging Tharg the Mighty to flood the surrounding systems with hundreds of Medusas. In related news, Tharg the Mighty, Prince of the Pleiades, Emperor of the Call 70 sector and Lord of Polaris, is reported to have recently become victim of hackers, with several of his nude selfies from the year 3302 posted on the internet. He is not reported to be in a very good mood, and commanders who encounter one of his battleships are warned to expect no mercy. And that's this week's Galnet News. Galnet News. We read the news so you don't have to.